Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to this live session. I am so excited about today's live session. And, guys, we are live, and I am more excited that we are live because network has been giving issues, and finally, we are here. And I'm excited because we have a special guest also with us today. And despite his tight schedule, he has accepted to be here and to enlighten us and to give us so much insight. I know we are going to learn so much and we're going to leave today's class with so much value. I see you, John. You're welcome. Anita Doris, thank you so much for joining us. I love the energy here already. And I would like us to quickly share the link in class. Okay, let's tell them in class that we have gone live. Share the link on your status, share the link on your social media platforms, and tell them in class that we are live. The class was scheduled to hold by 8 p.m., but yes, because of an emergency meeting, we had to reschedule it to 9 p.m. And thank God that we are finally here. So I want to see some energy on the comment section. Let's begin to comment. Hope you're excited about this class. Let's share the link. Let's share the link, guys. Let's share the link. We are already behind schedule and we have to start. Our guest is already here with us, and I will be inviting him shortly. Today we are discussing how to massively, the secrets to massively growing our social media platforms and also making massive sales online. And this particular topic is very, very important. I mean, we are all on social media and we want to grow our social media platforms, we want to make more sales through our social media platforms. And it's very, very important that we get to know the strategies or the secrets to doing that. And not just that alone, we are going to be specifically focusing on the KLT formula and how to optimize our accounts. I mean, personally, I have testimonies of how learning from our guest today has helped me to optimize my account and helped me to get more followers, more subscribers, more viewers, and I've also made more sales because the more you increase your audience, the more you're going to make more sales. Okay, that is just the rule. It happens. I mean, the money you need are with people. So the more you have people conglomerating or following you or forming your audience, the more it's going to be easy for them to also patronize you as well. So the strategies we're going to be sharing today are very, very important. So quickly before I call up our guest, because he is here and he is so vibed and he's so pepped up, he's so excited, and he's ready to unleash so much lessons. It's going to be a Q&A session. I'm going to be asking certain questions and he's going to be giving answers. And I also want you to keep your questions ready because he is also going to give you answers to all the questions you have about growing your channel, about optimizing your account, about applying the KLT formula. Every single question you have about these two topics, just note them, and you can even type it on the comment section because he's going to be answering all of them. All right, so do well to share the link, do well to tell people about this class, and do well to remind them in class, for those of us in the GCCO1 and GCCO2 class, that the class is live. And as you're joining, be typing in your name and be saying something in the comment section so we know that you are here with us. So with joy in my heart, I want to invite our guest for tonight's session. I know he is ready to upload. Yes, he's ready to give us so much value tonight. And personally, my pen and paper is ready because I am also going to learn a lot. I mean, my social media, I actually, before this class, that was yesterday, I took out time to write down all my social media followers, write down the number. And I told myself, Faith, you're writing this down because after today's Can I still be heard? Okay. So I told myself after today's class, I'm going to be applying all the single principles that is going to be taught, that are going to be taught, and I'm going to compare my current followers, number of subscribers, and the sales I've made so far with what I'm going to get after the class. Do we understand? So personally, I have written this thing down, and I know that by the time I'm applying these principles after today's class, that I'm going to scale like 10x. Okay, and I want to do the same after this class. Once we are done with this class, go to your social media platforms, write down, that is, record the number of followers you have, number of subscribers you have, and keep the record, okay? And then begin to apply the lessons that you're going to learn from tonight's class. Once you begin to apply them, you will see results. And as you're seeing results after 1 month, check again the number of followers you had, number of sales you had made by this time, by today, number of subscribers you had, and the number of subscribers you have in the next 1 year. Try and compare and see if the principles you're going to learn from this class is going to work. And if it works, please get back to me because we like to get your review and we like to share the testimony to encourage other people. Trust me, it's going to work. Sorry for saying using that word because I know I teach my students not to use that word. But with all sincerity, tonight's class is going to change our status quo. I see us comment on the comment section. I'm excited that we are here. Welcome, Dulaka Chime. You're always consistent. I'm excited you're here. Welcome, Favour Lawrence. Yes, yet again you are here, and I'm excited to see you. You are most welcome. Promise Uzoma. Wow, thank you for joining us. Chukwemeka Igwe joining from Apapa, Lagos. Amazing, amazing. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please begin to share the link. So, without further ado, I'm going to be inviting our guest for tonight's session. And if you are ready, I want to see some live on the comment section. I need you to type, I am ready. If I see someone type, I am ready, and then I will invite them. Okay. I want to see even just one person. Okay. Jessica is here. Jessica, thank you so much for joining us. You are most welcome. So if you're ready to receive our guest, I want you to type on the comment section, I am ready. Once you type that, I'm going to welcome him. I'm waiting for us. So if you're not ready, we'll stay here. We'll stay here. So let me see someone say, I am ready on the comment section. Those of us that are just joining, you're welcome. Do well to subscribe and follow and turn on your notification bell. Okay, Sukwe Buka said he is ready. All right. So if he's ready and if I am ready and if all of us are ready, then we should invite him. Hi, Ogwama Confidence. Welcome. So without further ado, we want to welcome the Apostle of Design. My brother, someone I attach so much value to. I'm excited to invite for today's session, our special guest in the person of Danny Amara. You are most welcome. You are most welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Can Okay, okay, awesome. Good evening. Good
You are
evening
most
from
welcome.
I think I should have
Thank
placed
you
my
for
phone
joining us. We're excited to
in a
have you.
landscape position. I don't know if I can still do that. All right, let's just go ahead. Let me not delay. Thank you for having me. Like I'm super excited to be
Okay.
here.
So we can see you
Thank you
better,
for
right?
having me. Thank you to everyone listening. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Um, thank you so much. Let's see where we go on with this. I'm super excited.
You're most welcome. Thank you. Yes, yes. I'm super excited as well. Thank you so much for joining us. I pray the network remains steady so we can learn all you have to give us. So we are getting right into the session. And like I mentioned, we are talking about KLT and account optimization as methods of gaining massive social media growth and also making more sales. But before we go on, please, I want you to introduce yourself to us. We'd like to meet you. My audience would like to know you and know a little about you, your social media platform, what you do, and how far you've gone in this past years.
All right. I still believe you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah. Let me confirm and be
Did you hear me?
sure. Because I think the network is a
Okay.
bit messy tonight.
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay. Let
Yes,
me
we can
focus. All
hear
right.
you. We
So
can hear you.
my name is Danny Mara. Okay. Yes, my name is Danny Mara. You can also call me Apostle of Design. All right. You can also call me Apostle of Design, and I am a time designer. All right, I've been in the graphic design space for um 4 plus years now, going to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I'm a product designer, but also the sweet part of my journey is that I am so inclined, also in love with sales too, marketing and sales strategizing. All right, so I've also taken my few years in the business space to understand what sales and marketing is and how it applies not just to my skill or to me as a graphic designer, but also to other businesses and other spheres of life. All right. And another good thing about me also is I'm a branding strategist. So I've taken my years to understand what it means to brand yourself or brand your business. All right. I have worked on lots of projects that were the branding and all, and I've also worked on my own myself as a brand, and doing that has also taught me a lot of things about the internet, the social, and all. I'm also the founder of the AMD Studios Design Academy. You can see me putting on the t-shirts. Yeah, I think my camera is on the inverse this thing. So you can see me put on the t-shirts. I'm the founder of the AMD Studios Design Academy, and basically the academy is focused on educating and teaching and also equipping every of our students on how to be profitable as a designer. All right, moving from your first 0 naira to your first 1 million naira. All right, moving from your 0 naira to your first 1 million. And we just launched 30th just a few days back, and we are onboarding students at the moment, taking in students, and learning begins by October. We have lots of successful persons from different businesses, the design space and all, will be coming as professors and tutors to teach the students you have there. So yes, this is basically me. The rest, I've worked with a lot of brands. I'm currently the visual lead, creative lead for Stick Court, the visual creative lead for Funny Hacker, Sales Degree, and other stuffs I won't that would be necessary to mention. But more especially, I'm a child of God. Yes, and and I'm my sister's brother. uh,
Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for giving us this understanding of you. I believe our viewers know better who our guest for tonight's discussion is, and you should check him out on social media. Okay, check him out on Facebook, check him out on Twitter, check him out on all the social media platform. He bears the name Danny Amara. I've actually learned so much from you, and I remember one time where you told me I was flexing on Facebook. I remember that time you told me that, Faith, you have to go and optimize your Facebook account. I mean, I was just flexing, okay? I was writing different things at different times. My profile was just bearing different things and random things that no one would actually know exactly what I was into. So I listened to you, I asked you questions, and you actually taught me how to optimize my Facebook account and how to set up my profile. And that is why I had to invite you so that you can teach my audience the same thing. Okay. So I want us to start with the KLT
yeah.
formula. This is a formula that over time we have known people to apply, and it has helped them to build connection and make more sales. And personally, I have seen you apply the same thing. I've also seen you talk about this KLT formula a couple of times, both on Twitter space and also on your social media platform. So can you enlighten my audience, what is the KLT formula, and how is this formula applied in, first of all, what is the meaning of KLT? Okay, what's the meaning of KLT, and where does this formula actually apply? Okay, in social media growth, where exactly does it apply? Did you hear me, Daniel?
Sorry, the network cuts off at some point. Say what is the meaning of
Daniel, are
KLT
you
and
there?
what else, please?
Did you get the question? Did you hear me? Okay, so guys, I think okay, yes. Yes, so please enlighten us. What is the KLT formula and where does it apply in the online space? Where is it used? Where can we apply this formula?
Okay. I think once again, let me repeat. I think um my voice, or you hear me, the feedback gets to you like few seconds after I've said what I said. So when I talk, I tend to be patient. I'll be sure it has gone through before I sound that. I mean, the net's kind of messy tonight, but let's hope that it gets better while we move on. All right. So first, once again, I'm happy to be here, guys. Thank you for having me, everyone who is listening now and who will still be watching the playback later. And I'm always excited to talk about the internet, social media, and how efficient, yes, how important and the potential the social media carries. And to answer the question that you asked me, the KLT formula basically is a formula that a lot of persons, a lot of entrepreneurs and people have implemented, you know, during the years, and I have basically implemented it, and it's a working formula. Okay, basically what it means, what KLT means is know, like, and trust. All right, know, like, and trust. The K stands for know, the L stands for like, and the T stands for trust. And this is like the ladder that every person needs to go through for you to get to that point where persons can patronize whatever you do, your services, your skill, your product, whatever you have to offer. All right. So for every person who is ready to give you their money, okay, they're telling you, take, this is my money, or they're telling you, all right, you can do this work for me, I want to buy your product or this, they must have gone through these three stages. All right. If you want to add an extra one, you can add B after the KLT. So to be know, like, trust, and buy. All right. So that is basically the ladder or the sequence that every lead, every person that comes around you has to go through before they can get to that point where they can patronize or engage with whatever offer you are giving them at that point in time. All right. So of course, when you now come to the social media where there are a lot of persons you meet, it's not just you and your friends or your mates, your lecture, your classmates or your classmates or your family or your church members and all. It's like you engaging with the entire world. Okay, the whole world is kind of at your reach via the social media. Right, when it comes to that now, that is where this formula comes in place, because for every new person you get to meet each
Okay, so
day, for them to get to that point, okay, that's settled social media, for them to get to that
okay, sorry guys, I think his network is.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, your voice is breaking a bit. Can you talk now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
All right. Okay. So like I was saying, okay, like I was saying, yes, I was saying that when you now understand that when it comes to social media where the whole world is at your reach, you can access persons who are within your geopolitical area, okay, location, and persons who are outside your location. And you know, of course, that the internet, okay, is a place where you can just do anything you want. Can go beyond just engaging or chatting with friends, discussing with friends, dropping your your fun time and all of that. When you understand that it can also be a structured place for you to market or to sell out whatever you have or whatever you are offering, you now have to understand this formula with these three values, which is the know, the like, and trust. I basically answered that question. I know we'll get into where I'll elaborately explain what these three mean. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much, Daniel, for that. So the KLT formula is a know, like, and trust, and you just gave us its application. I mean, it's very important that we know that social media is not just there for us to post our pictures and then get to show our fine dresses and the wealth we've acquired. But it can actually be a platform for us to add value to people and then make more sales. So now getting to that part where we are making more sales, what does the K represent? You said the K means to know. So what are the strategies by which we can get our audience to know us? You said the KLT means know, like, and trust, and we can utilize these things to make more sales online. Okay, instead of just playing around our social media platform and not adding value to people, we can actually make people know, like, and trust us to make more sales. So, what are the strategies? Let's start with the
Yeah.
K first. What are the strategies that we can apply to get people to know us on our social media platform?
Okay. Um. All right. You can still hear me. Yes.
Yes, I can. I can. We all can.
All right. So, the K from the K in the KLT formula, which is the know. All right. And your question is how strategies to implement for persons to know you on social media. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to basically start with few things that I know we will probably still look into very, very well, I believe, later on. But then when it comes to, like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to social media, it's how we have gone way beyond just having fun or chatting with friends and with family. And from foundation, from ground zero, the major purpose of all of these social medias coming into place, or the internet coming into place, is for persons to connect not just with people around them or with people they know already, but with persons who are far beyond their reach. That is like the basic
Yeah.
problem that every social media platform was to solve from the beginning, from Genesis. All right, to help people connect and reach out to persons that by default they cannot reach out to. All right, so this is like where the key formula comes in. All right, when you now begin to implement or really use social media to the major reason why it was created, you find out that you are actually doing you're actually following that no formula, that no in the KLT formula, in the sense that what you are doing at that point is you are connecting with persons who by default you cannot reach out to these persons. Now, how do you connect with these guys? Let me take Facebook for example. Right now, we'll be connecting all of this to how to really be profitable with whatever business you are doing. So let me take Facebook for example. If you go on Facebook, if you open an account on Facebook, of course, what Facebook does first is they recommend persons who you have on your contact list, or persons who they know you might know who are in your geographical area. Because I mean, you have to put in your location, or your location icon is on, and it just gets to know your location and uses it to recommend persons who are around you. But most times you see that when you log on to a new account on Facebook, it's majorly people who you know that show up on the add friend page. All right, so what you now find
Yeah.
out is You guys can see here. You can see hear me. Yes, you guys can see hear me.
Yes, yes, we can.
All right. I pray that
Yes.
network helps us tonight. All right. So what you find out is that, or what you should know is, you should go way beyond just friends and families. You know, you already know these guys are with you. You see them every day, maybe, and you link up with these guys, and or you go way beyond that to really connecting with persons who are way beyond your reach. All right. So how do you do this? There are basic ways you can get people to know you. All right, but the very ground rule, or the ground thing to do is, first you have to you have to, determine or know what you want people to know you for. All right, that's the first thing. Know what you want people to know you for. So first question you have to
Yeah,
answer is, who are you? All right, who are
yeah,
you? If you
that's right.
answer this question now, the next thing you go ahead to is, what do I do? All right, what do I do? What services do I offer? What businesses do I do? Am I a student? What kind of, generally, what do you do? Do you play football? Do you watch movies all day? I mean, you have to know this. First, you identify yourself, who you are. Who are you? If someone is to ask, some time back, I was having this workshop with a group of persons, and this particular question was a very difficult question for them to answer. I asked them this question, who are you? And the truth is, if you really begin to look beyond just, okay, I am Precious, or I am James, you it goes way beyond that. Who you are is what you want. If persons are to remember, if persons are to remember your name, if you say, okay, yes, I just remember Daniel, what comes to mind first? And this was what I used to give an example to those persons who I was having that workshop with. I asked them a question. I asked them, if if you are to mention, or if someone were to mention Daniel Mara to you now, what comes to mind first? All right. And they went ahead to give me the answers. Okay, what comes to mind first? And one thing that was recurrent, one thing that every one of them said was, Daniel is a person of value and he understands sales. All right, excluding the fact that I mean, if you really follow me across all socials, you know that I don't really like push the designer thing. Okay, do this if you want to be a good if you want to design well with Photoshop, use this icon, use this tool. I'm more into the business of design, being profitable as a designer, knowing how to scale in the design industry. And this particular answer was real. They just said, Daniel is a person of value and he understands sales and marketing as a designer. And it now gave them a base, a foundation for them to understand the point I was trying to drive out. So first thing you need to discover is, who are you? That's the first question you need to answer. Who are you? Who are you? If you are to answer that, give yourself a sincere answer. If you are to give yourself a sincere answer, then when you finally recognize or get to know who you are, what you do, all right, and how, number three, how it can be of value, of help, or solve a problem for someone out there. All right. So, can your
Mm.
personality solve a problem for someone out there? If you are a copywriter, can you, being a copywriter, solve a problem for someone out there? If you answer these three questions, you have already given an overview structure of what you are, who you are, and the kind of image or brand you want to build that in on every social media. When you've discovered that, the next job or the next thing you have to do is instilling that identity or that knowledge. Yes, that's the word now. Instilling that knowledge. Remember, we're talking about know now. Instilling that knowledge in the minds of people. in the minds of your audience, the minds of your friends. All right. So how I've given you how to discover or know who you are. When you know who you are, the next job is to tell people or make people know who you are. And how to do that, okay, is to show up online, to show up on every social media. People will not know you if only you have open account on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter, and you just message those few friends. Nobody's looking at the message you are dropping there. It's just you and that person you are chatting with, or you and the guys in the group. So nobody will know you if you just show up and you chat with people and you go out. You have to really come out. Who are you? First of all, for this set for this formula to work for you, you should have built value with time. Let me give a formula I give people everywhere I go now. I came up with this formula while I was having that session, the workshop with those guys. And the formula is this: you should write it down somewhere. V over T is equal to M. All right. V over T is equal to M. In mathematics, you see where they say where V is equal to value, T is equal to time, and M is equal to money. So now what does it mean? Value over time is equal to money. Let's keep this as a base formula now. Okay, is our like major formula. Okay, is our almighty formula. Yes, let's have it that with our almighty formula here now. All right. So if you look at this formula, you will know that for you to get to that point where money begins to flow in at all, you have to be a person of value, and you have to understand that time matters for everything you do. All right. If you want people to know you and you don't even have something you want people to know you for, then they will not know you. Okay, you will still be there. So you have to build value. How do you build value? Of course, you already know you have to consume a lot of knowledge. You have to know, you have to read up things, you have to master your skill or your craft. You have to know what you are doing. Why do you want to come onto the online space? Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to be profitable? Why do you want people to pay you? What do you have to offer? All right. So basically, for you to be a person of value, you have to have a solution to a problem. All right. You have to have a solution to a problem. People will not see you as a person of value if you are not solving any problem for them. If you are just there to be, conversing with, even your friends will not see you as a person of value if they know you don't have anything offering them. You hear people say, when there's money, friends, there will be friends there. When there's no money, there will be no friends. Guys know that you're a person of value when you have money, because they know that your money now is your value. That is why they are there. But then when no money, they go because they know you're not a person of value again. So that is the way it is. If you want persons to be attracted to you, if you want persons to get to know you have to be a person of value. And then when you now get past that point, I mean, you cannot get past that point because you keep, learning more things and keep building up and keep, garbaging in. But if you continue to garbage in, continue to garbage in, right? Continue. Okay, I think we are back now. Can you hear me, please? Can you please, if you can hear me in the chat session, let me see you guys drop say I can hear you. Okay, if you can hear me in the chat session, let's see you guys just say I can hear you. I can hear you. Let me be sure you guys can hear me. All right, I'm looking at the chat session now. If you can hear me, let me see you drop it in. Okay, awesome. Okay,
Wow.
I'm seeing persons saying yeah, they can hear me. All right, Vincent, thank you. Okay, can you hear me, Faith? Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 I can. Clearly.
All right, all right. So I was
Okay.
saying, okay, if you have kept building value, you've kept learning, you've mastered your skill, you've been knowledge, you've been reading books, taking on courses, you are now, you're a person of value. You've been garbaging it. Here is the other trait to it. Remember, I already said that if you're a person of value, people know you. But then I was lying. Okay. So if you're a person of value, people will not know you until you show you are a person of value. That is the other part of this sentence now. If you're a person of value,
Yeah.
people will not know you until you show you are a person of value. So if you want people to know you a person of value, you want people to know you, you have to show up. You have to come, you have to put out what makes you a person of value. Okay? Value attracts value here. So this time is not, by default in physics they'll tell you positive attracts negative, and like this thing doesn't attract. But here now like terms or like energy
Okay.
attracts there.
Right.
Value attracts value. All right. So if you want people to get to know you, you've been building value over time. All right, you've been building value, you have to show up with the value you have. And now when it comes to social media, the major thing is to come out, be, persons say that, okay, some persons are meant to be content creators, but now everybody at this time and this century, at this period in our, what do we call it now, in our growth, all right, in the internet growth and every growth generally, okay, in the growth, civilization we are experiencing now, everybody is a content creator. That's the truth. As long as you can talk, you're a content
Mm.
creator. As long as you talk to people, as long as you engage with things, as long as you can move, as long as you take pictures, all anything you do generally is creation. Anything you do, everybody is a content creation. So don't be deceived by, okay, the content creation is not meant for me, it's meant for this set of persons. All right. So you have to now show up with that value you have. You have to show up with it. Okay. You put out that post online, you put out that picture online, you put out that content online, you put out the samples of what you've worked on online. You have to show up for persons to know you. You don't stay in the dark and expect people to know you. You have to come clear. Who are you? By the time you've answered those three questions I gave earlier, and you at that point, by the time you even know who you are, you must have been building value over time. You must have been building that intensity. Okay, you must have been building that intensity, taking in. All right, but remember, the cycle is garbage in, garbage out. All right, for people to know you, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, that is it. Let me stop here. Let me not go further. I hope I've answered the
Wow. Thank you
question.
so much. Yes, yes, yes. You have, and you said a lot. You said a lot. Personally, I've not seen this from this light, so I'm actually perplexed, and I'm also gaining a lot. So basically what you've just said, I would personally want to summarize it in two different steps. Number one, to get people to know you, you must first know yourself. Okay. And I just love the fact that you emphasized on that, because if you don't know yourself, if you don't know who you are, there is no how people would get to know who you are. You are the best person to
Yes.
sell your brand or your identity to other people. So you must know who you are and know what you want. You must know what you want people to know you for online. So when you're coming out, you already have an identity. You already understanding who you already have an understanding of who you are, and you can confidently convey the same message to other people. Okay, then the second part is now you conveying that message to people, letting people know who you are by adding value to people, be known as a person of value. This is beautiful, and personally I've already gained so much value, and I want to see us say something on the comment section. I would like to reintroduce myself just in case you don't know me, because me personally, I have intentionally followed the three questions that he just said we should ask ourselves. Who am I? What do I want to be known for? And then market the same thoughts to other people. So personally, my name is Fatimba, and I am a copywriter, a content creator, and also a public speaker. And these are the things I would love to be known for. So I want us to comment on the comment section. If you have already identified these things for yourself, let us know. You just might have your customers here, you just might have people that like what you do here, and they would love to connect with you. So let's share on the comment section. Tell us, what is your name, who are you, and what would you be like to be known for? Okay, Danny Amar has already shared with us who he is, and he's known for sales in design, teaching people how to make more money as graphic designers, and he is known for that. Cut across his social media platform. That's what he's known for. Personally, I have branded myself as a copywriter and also as a content creator because I have my YouTube channel and I also do video editing. So this is me, and I want to meet you all, and I want you to confidently share on the comment section. Let's know if we are all following. Okay. So tell us, who are you and what would you like to be known for? All right. So as you're waiting for the comments to come in, Danny, you want to take the next question, all right? So we've talked about knowing, getting people to know us, and not just people that are on our contact list, but moving far to people that have not even seen us. Okay, people that have not are not in the same state with us, not in the same country with us, not even around us. Getting to reach out to these people and having them know us. Okay, so if we now come to that point where we have our social media platforms, we have our names there, we have our bio there, and we are describing what we want people to know us for, and people are getting to know us and we are adding value to them. How do we now get people to like us? I mean, it's one thing for you to be known, it's another thing for you to be liked by the people that know you. Okay,
Yes.
so people know us. If
Yes.
we apply these things and people get to know us and know that, okay, I want to be a copywriter, or I'm a copywriter and I'm adding value and teaching people how to become copywriters, how would we get to, make these people, make our audience, make our clients, make those that are following us and knowing us to like us? Okay.
All right. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I mean, like you said, it's one thing for people to you, it's another thing for people to like you, and that is why that
Yeah.
particular um um figure there, the L, was fixed in this formula, because of course we understand
Mm.
that you can know someone, okay, like for some of
And
you
like the
here,
person.
you know a lot of celebrities, but the truth is, if you are truthful, you just know that you don't like every one of them, but you know them, you follow what they are doing, but be like, this guy, I don't like him. He has pride, or I don't like the way he's spending money. I don't like his music. All of those stuff. All right, so that is the way it is. It's one thing for people to know you. It's one thing for them to like you. All right, so but
Yeah.
now, like the question says, how do people get to like you? All right, how do people get to like you, or how do you make people like you? All right, after they've known you. Okay, so like I first established while I was talking a few minutes ago, I said that
Mm.
value attracts value. Okay, value attracts value. All right, and that is
Yeah.
the only way for, in fact, not, let me not say the only, but that is the major way for people to like you. Because if you're a person of value, you are basically going to attract person who want to continue learning from you, want to connect with you. All right, and they're connecting with you means they've liked what they've seen you do over time. Okay, so now the trick is this: when you decide, or when you've chosen the kind of identity you want to carry out there, all right, when you've chosen the kind of identity you want to carry out there are persons who are out there too, who are looking for persons with that kind of identity, that value to connect with. All right, so happens now is, when you are showing up with whatever you are doing, all right, when you're showing up with your skill, when you're showing up as you are this, okay, like Faith said, she's a copywriter, she's a public speaker, and a content creator. So when she begins to show up, like you are showing up, you are showing up, you are showing up, she's showing up. She's showing up with tips on how to get structure a better sales copy for your product, tips on how to go about being a copywriter, how I skilled as this, how I putting out that story, that content every single time. The truth is she only attracts persons who have gotten to that point where, okay, with probably from your post, I like the way you structured your post, I've gone to your profile, checked who you are, and just seen few other things, and I would like to connect with you because now I've gotten to the point where I'm beginning to like you. Remember, the liking phase doesn't just happen, all right? It is a phase, all right? Is a phase. So, and when it comes to building, let's say now, okay, let's say we are building sales funnel per se. Let's say you want to push people from maybe your Facebook or your Instagram to WhatsApp, right? The trick here or the thing here is when you push these guys, or let's say you're hosting a webinar, a very big webinar, people have you've been telling the few contacts you have, post on your status, and people have been joining the group. You're hosting that WhatsApp webinar, people have been joining the group. You tell people who join, repost, and more people join. You tell people who join, repost. Those people that are joining, they first, they have just gotten to know 1% of you, so they don't even like you. And then when you get them, you now say, okay, save up my number, I'll save yours, see you in class, and all of that. But where the major transformation happens is when these guys really view your content, start to view your stuff, kind of things you are putting out, your story, everything you are doing. I've had a lot of persons who they've a lot of contacts I have on WhatsApp now. A lot of them, like 80% of my contacts are people I've not met before. All right, I've not met them face to face before. But these guys have gotten to me and like me, and the last one, trust me, by just viewing what I keep putting out in the online space, seeing the results I've generated, seeing the way I put out my content, hearing my stories, following up on my programs, on my Twitter spaces, on everything I'm putting out, seeing my works, my designs, seeing my testimonials and all of that. And it happened with time. At this point now, I can okay, I want to bill you for this, and they will want to pay because they've got it. That transition is just like you know, saying okay, falling in love with somebody. It doesn't just happen. People who get married didn't just know that okay, at once I like this person now. It happened with time. It's a phase as they kept communicating and talking, getting to know each other the more, which in this case is you continue to put out that content, and people are commenting, people are linking up, people are saying I love this piece, it spoke to me, thank you for putting out this value. You're also engaging with them, engaging with persons who are engaging with you, and that phase keeps happening. You keep showing up, they keep engaging, you keep engaging back, and that is how the phase happens. That's how the transition happens. They start liking you, start liking you until the like is so much that they cannot do without you. I mean, anytime you don't post anything, these guys will be like, oh, my love did not show up. The person I like did not show up. The person I not post something today. The person I like is not replying me. All of those that kind of thing. So the same way it is in the relationship, all right, before marriage, the same way it is with this business with the like formula, the like value, all right. So it's a phase, and they get to that is why the like comes after the know, because it's in the knowing that people get to like you, all right. It's in the knowing, let me say that again, it's in the knowing that people get to like you. It's in the knowing that people get to like you. So the same way it is that, like I just give illustration now, in a relationship you keep replying, hi babe, how you doing, you know people will go out, go for date nights and gist, and you get you go and gist and talk. You guys will talk about some controversial things, get to know your views, engage, and take pictures and put it out there. And with time, it keeps building. It keeps building. That's the same way it is. I mean, it keeps building, and you like this person so much. And I'm going to say, without you, I am nothing. Without you, I feel all of those stuff now. All right, so that is the same way it is for the like formula. Okay, I came from a whole new a whole new direction now. All right, a whole different direction. So you
Yeah,
really get what I'm saying.
yeah.
Okay, so that is same way it is for liking. So people will get to now like you when you guys have been engaging from what you are putting out. They've known you now. They've been engaging with you. I like what you are doing. I like your content. Thank you for putting out this. I learned from it. Yes, contributing, and you are engaging back. That connection, that networking keeps going. These guys begin to like you, right? That is basically the transition phase. The way you can't just, there's no way for you to impose, oh yeah, you must like me. Since you know me now, you must like me. There's no magic to that. It doesn't happen like that. So it's a phase, and that phase will, the time gap, or the time frame for that, for you to really get deep into that like phase, all right, can be altered if you have stopped engaging with your audience. That if you have stopped making them to know you the more, stop showing up. So if you say if you show up today, put out one content, and people will know you to have gotten to just know a piece of you, and the next 1 year begin, right? People would have found new loves, all right. They would have found another love, somebody to like. They will serve you breakfast, all right. So if you want them to like you, you have to continue showing up consistently, all right. You have to consistently show up. The more they know you, the more you guys engage and talk, the more, for people to like you, they must have engaged with you, talk with you one way or the other, via your post, via direct messaging, and hearing you talk, speak, and all of that. And I love the way this guy speaks. This guy knows who he says he is, knows what he does. He understands this design thing. He understands this copywriting thing. I like the way this guy is packaged. I like the way this guy is packaging these copyrights. I mean, the aspect she comes from, and all of that. I like her. I like her. Anytime people now mention, okay, copywriter, first thing that now comes to mind is the person they like. That's the way it is with a love relationship. All right. What, every time the person who is coming to mind is that person you like, that person you are in love with. So that same way it is for the like formula. I hope our illustration I used to explain this really help me, you guys, to understand it. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much for this. I was just laughing and smiling where I was. And guy, I like you already, I must say. I love you already. Thank you so much for sharing these deep things with us. Okay. So I just want to add something, but before I add that, I want to quickly read words Geoffrey and Marvelous posted. So Geoffrey said, I'm Geoffrey, I'm a graphic designer, and I'm learning from the best at AMD Studios. So Daniel, this is your student here. Shout out to you, Geoffrey. Thank you for joining us. So Geoffrey is a graphic designer. You can check him out on YouTube, on his different social media platforms. Then Marvelous said, "My name is Marvel. My brand name is Vel Ama. I'm a makeup artist, and I'm working towards becoming a fashion designer, and I want to be known for that. I mean, this is beautiful, and I want to hold on to that. Now that you've recognized who you are, you need to market this idea to other people. Let other people know you. So you show up just like we are just like Daniel said, I want to make this more practical for us. So you go out there and you make your post as a fashion designer or as a makeup artist. You tell people how you do your makeup, or just give them tips how to draw your brow, how to rub this, how to rub that, how to do this. Just little tips here and there. And as you're adding value, people are getting to know you, and they're also getting to like you because you're adding so much value to them. And just like Daniel said, you always show up to teach them that. So there are many people out there that are teaching people how to make up. But what is going to make your audience stay glued to you is that you're consistently showing up. Okay. So both as a graphic designer, both as a
Yes.
makeup artist, and every other thing that we are doing, always show up. And I really want to add this point. Many people have this imposter syndrome. I think it's something that we should still take out a session in another live session altogether to really discuss how to overcome imposter syndrome, because many people feel like there are people that do the same thing we do out there. So Me that is just starting up, why do I even think that people will like me? Okay, so we just feel like I'm not even good enough. Why would people like me? As in, if someone gets to know my personality, they might not even want to talk to me again. I'm annoying and stuff like that. But the truth is that you never can tell. You just, if you have not tried, you don't have any right to conclude. Okay, never assume that people will not like you. As long as you're showing up, as long as you're giving them value, as long as you're valuable to them, they are definitely going to like you. And just like Daniel mentioned, always replying comments on social media platform. People comment on your post, reply them, connect with them, chat them up, follow up, ask them questions. Like, ask for that question. Don't just say thank you and stop. Ask them for that question. Before you know it, you get to build a stronger bond with these people, and they just get to like you and they stick with you. Okay. So let's get to start applying these things. I really hope you're noting these things down. So then let's get to the T part of this KLT formula, which is another very important thing that we should all know. So we have come to that point where people know us. Let's say we've applied all these principles and people know us, and more people are knowing us, and our social media platforms are growing and growing and growing, and we are adding more value to people, and we have fans that actually like us and they are sticking with us all along the way. How do we now get to gain their trust? Because without gaining their trust, we cannot make sale. So how do we get our audience to trust us for massive sale?
All right. Trust, the last formula. Very quickly. Sorry, 1 minute. Very quickly. I want to really say something about the imposter syndrome thing. All right. Okay.
Okay.
For whoever is feeling that way, I've come to discover that maybe and everybody here, you need to take note of this. Write it down somewhere. Okay. For every person who learns a new skill, all right, or who learns a skill, or who get knows has a product, there are basically 1,000 first customers who are waiting for you by default. All right, first 1,000 customers who are waiting for you by default. All right, immediately you are learning. Not you've even become a pro for whatever stage you are. All right, there's said to be 1,000 ready to patronize you customers there for you. All right, so I mean, why now think that there's no space for you, or it's better for you since there are persons who are way better than you and all of that? There's still 1,000 persons waiting for you with your beginning stage. Reach them and get them. I mean, that's the default. That's like the average number. There's more. When you now keep growing, the number keeps increasing. I mean, if you check the population of the whole world, check the population of the whole world, and now check the number of persons who are actually in the business space. People have had a lot of at this point. People say, you hear people say, especially here in Nigeria, that there are a lot of graphic designers. Everybody wants to everybody wants to be everybody wants to be a graphic designer. People keep saying it. A lot of graphic designer days and all of that and all of that, and keep saying it. More people out. But the truth is, as saturated as people think that niche or that industry is, all right, there is still a whole lot of space, a whole lot of cake for you to eat from. The cake is too big. All right, the national cake, the international cake is still even big for you to eat from. All right, so what you have to do, like Faith mentioned, is just keep showing up. Stay consistent. Your clients, our first 1,000 clients are still waiting for you to get to meet them. Talk more of your first 10,000 clients, your 1 million clients who are waiting. The world is waiting for you. All right, the space is not saturated. If they like, let them have 1 trillion experts, of which is not possible. Let them have 1 trillion experts. You are still an expert. Sure, there's still space for you. The cake is very big. It's so big that everybody cannot consume it. You cannot. I mean, if you
Mm.
before you reach out to before you take your pay, or before you take this 1,000 persons, by average 1,000 clients or customers who are already there for you at whatever starting point are, you must have grown so much. And if you take only those 1K people, you've already made a lot of money. So stop feeling that way. It's just a suppressing agent. You just have to keep showing up. Those guys are waiting for you. Me, I'm waiting for you. I'm rooting for you. So just on that. So back to the question, how to get people
Yeah.
to trust you. All right. Okay. So
Mm.
I'm just going to give one basic thing. The rest already, which we've established, how to get people to trust you, is for them to know you and to like you. When people know and like you, they trust you. That's the basic thing. All right, we've already established the form. That's why the formula goes that way: know, like, and trust. It's like an ascending structure of value. And they know you. The next thing they have to do after they finish knowing you, they like you. After they like you, they trust you. All right, because in a marriage, if you like someone, you keep liking the person, and with time you now see get to trust the person. But here is the other part of it. For people to trust you, there's one basic thing you have to know. All right, first is this: don't be money oriented. All right, let me put in a general. I say one thing, so let me put it general. Let me not
Mhm.
break it down. Generally, don't be self-centered. Okay, don't be self-centered. That's like a basic thing. Okay, let me
Mm.
now expand it. If you want to, let's say you I know there are a lot of persons. Okay, let me use the one we have this person Marvelous, who said she's a makeup artist. And so as a makeup artist, if you are focused on the money that your client is going to pay you, you are going to lose focus on that other part of you being able to deliver well, because you are focused with how much. If they pay you money, you want to give them a very bad
A
makeup.
fashion designer.
You get, you get. You want to give them a very bad makeup because these guys, I'm on there, they don't want to pay me well. You want to make mistake with their with the whatever you guys call it, the eye pencil or whatever. All right. If it's the same thing for fashion design. If you are money oriented, you feel these guys, okay, all you are about is when they meet you, I want you to sell this clothes for okay 1 million or 100K or 10K. And now say when they tell them 10K, they tell you no 25. You now finally manage and take the money because you are looking for money. You are all money oriented. That's like your major focus. You are self-centered. You just want that money. Your mindset is money, money, money. You will do the work lackadaisically. You'll be so the work, and even when you make mistakes, you not mind. And because of this, people will not that client will not get to trust you again. That client will not come back again. Even if the client pay you low or less or
Yeah.
whatever, the client won't come back again. So you don't be self-centered to trust you. I can't trust you if I know that all you think about is yourself. So for people to patronize you, they have to know that you are thinking about them. They have to know you think about them. All right? You have to think about them. That client comes, I want you to sew this clothes for me this time. Then okay, this time is good, but a little bit outdated. Let me add this to make to make your hand come out well, or to make these things show very well, to keep it shine and all of that. You are focused on the value you are trying to dish out to them, right? They know that now you are
Mm.
thinking about them. They know this wow, the person is not just after the money. This lady wants to really give me something solid and up to date, and they know now you are thinking about them. And when they know you are thinking about them, they get to trust you. You come again, you do that same thing. You are only focused on how you can give out quality value to them. They now begin to trust you. So don't come out. Don't come out with the mindset of. Don't come out with the money mindset. Come out with the value mindset, selflessness. Think about your client or customers more than you think about yourself. Place your customers,
Mm.
the value you are giving them, higher than the pay you are collecting. But here is the tricky part now. When you place that value higher, you recognize that as long as you've put enough value to that, you've thought about them very well, they are ready to come up beyond what they had in mind first, because they've come to trust you and whatever you are doing for them, and they are ready to bring up their price above
Mm-hmm.
the value, because they think now, okay, this guy is doing. The thing is, they still think that the value is way higher than the price. But then why they've come to trust you, tell them, okay, you have to bring this up. It's going to cost us. You've explained everything is going to cost you for you to give them that value that is higher than the price. They are ready to come up beyond the value you have given them. And then when you give them that value,
Then are you still there?
that quality thing you have, yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I think his network is disturbing a bit. Okay. So if you're still with us while we wait for him to join in, type I can hear you on the comment section. Okay. Danny, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see you. Are you there?
I don't. Yes, I don't know why you can't see me.
Okay, I don't know why
My
too. Please, if you can still hear me, say something on the comment section. Type I can hear you. If you can hear Daniel, type I can hear you on the comment section. Let's be sure that we can still hear ourselves. Danny, we can. Okay, okay, okay. Type I can hear you if you can hear me in the comment section. We're about entering the very interesting part of this live session, which me I have been waiting for, the account optimization. So if you can still hear us, if you can hear me, say something in the comment section. Say I can hear you loud and clear, and I will be sure that you can hear me.
all right.
Daniel, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you but can't see you. But you
I
can
I
go
don't know
on.
why. Let me. I don't know why you can't hear me, you can't see me. Really. Can you give me a second?
Okay, I think you should just continue to come back. It happens. Okay, Mavi says she can hear you too, but she can't see you. So let's wait for him to connect back and open his face, because I mean he's handsome and we have to be seeing his face while he's talking to us. All right. So if you're enjoying this live session and you've learned a lot, I want to drop some energy on the comment section. Please drop, because I would like to screenshot it and share, and share out there what you have been learning from this class. So if you've been learning something, type out the things you've been learning so far and what you have written down, you're going to start applying. I want to see some energy on the comment section. And practically, we've learned how to get people to know you, how to get people to like you, and how to get people to trust you. I mean, for them to know you is that you know yourself and you're able to market your product. I was listening to someone, who was that? I think it was Dan Locke, okay? One of the solid guys that have helped me build my skill in copywriting. And he was saying that you are the best person in the entire whole universe that can actually market your product. You are the best marketing director of your own brand, because nobody has the same passion or vision as you do. Okay, nobody has the same passion or vision as you do. You are the one that understands clearly what your brand represents. So nobody can market who you are to to anyone better than you can. So we emphasize on getting people to know you and getting out there on social media platform to let people know who you are. If you're just sitting back in your room or just in your thoughts, you already know who you are, but you're not bringing it out there, people will not get to know you. So you have to be active on social media, you have to show up consistently, you have to engage with your clients, and you have to add value to them so they get to know you have so much to offer in that particular niche that you are in. Okay. So make sure you're applying this principle, and not just that, make sure that you're consistently showing up. I mean, consistency has actually helped me to grow my social media platform. There was sometimes I opened LinkedIn and I started posting on LinkedIn, but all of a sudden I stopped. Okay, for a very long time I stopped, and the period of time I stopped, nothing was happening there. And you're not expecting people to just stay around and be waiting for you because you're not around. People had to go on with their life. Okay, so after a while, I went back to LinkedIn, and surprisingly, as I started posting again consistently, the followers started increasing, my connections started increasing, and I also started getting clients and people that message me directly to ask certain questions and to get to know me more. So the only way people get to know you and like you is if you're showing up consistently. So make sure that you're making you're forming that habit. Personally, how I remain consistent is that I try to organize my posts for the week. Weekends are time for me to plan out my week. How many posts do I want to make on social media platform? How many times do I want to appear on live session? How many live sessions do I want to do? How many classes am I going to hold? How many posts am I going to make? I set those things up on weekends. So throughout the day, for some of us that have other things we do, we have academics, we have school, and we have other physical businesses that we are engaged in. So you don't just spend your whole day staying on social media and trying to figure out exactly what you should do. But personally, I spend just the weekend to plan out my week. Okay, so I plan out the number of live sessions I want to do. I plan the number of classes I'm going to have. I plan out every single post, and so it's easy for me. Twitter also has this link. We also have this Hyper Fury link. Okay, website that helps you to schedule your posts on Twitter and also on Instagram and also on LinkedIn. So I use that platform and I schedule my posts. If you go on Twitter, most of the posts you're going to go down at the lower part, you see where they wrote Hyper Fury. It only means that I made that post using Hyper Fury, and that is the website that helps you schedule the posts. So you don't have to always be online. Sometimes I'm online, I'm not even online, I'm not even on social media platform, and then um, I get an update. I get a notification that someone liked my post. I'm like, which post did I make? And it occurred to me, yes, your post has actually gone live. Okay. Today I scheduled the post by 8 a.m. I scheduled another one by 12 p.m. I scheduled another one by 4 p.m. Those times I was actually in class. Okay. By 8 p.m. I was already preparing to go to school. By 12 p.m. I was in class learning. Okay. By 4 p.m. I was already preparing to go for fellowship. So at those points, I was not online, but because I had scheduled a post for that day, my posts go online when the time comes for it to go online. So it just makes me consistently show up. So in the evening now, when I'm done with academics, I'm done with school, I'm done with fellowship, and I go back home, I pick up my phone, I then begin to reply the comments, or yes, the comments and the likes and personal messages that were sent to me from the post I made in a day. And so that way, I don't stay on social media for 24 hours of every single minute just because I want to remain consistent. But I'm able to schedule it and still do other things with my life. And at the same time, I'm still growing my social media platform. So I don't know if that makes sense to us. It's really going to help us if we apply this same principle. So make sure that you're scheduling your post, okay? You can find out a way to also schedule on that social media platform that you're in, so that you will not spend all your time on social media. You still have other things you can do, but make sure that every single day you're showing up, you're commenting on people's posts, you're following those that have gone ahead of you already in your niche. That helps a lot. Now, Twitter Space is another thing that helps you to also grow your social media platform and get people to like you, because as you're on Twitter Space, you're connecting with other people that are in your niche. They are sending you connection requests. Sorry, they are following you. You're following them. People are chatting. You're discussing, and you could share things in common. So it makes it easy. Okay, it makes it easy for you to just connect with these people, and they just develop this likeness for you. So employ these different mechanisms, and don't give the excuse that I'm a student, because I personally am a student too. and a medical student at that. So I don't think you claim that you're busier than I am. I show up every live session. Every Wednesday I show up. This week we had to push the live session to Tuesday because of our guests who would be available only today and not tomorrow. But every single Wednesday I show up for live session. I still do live on Thursday. I still hold classes on Monday. I still hold classes on Tuesday. Sorry, on Saturdays. And this is just for copywriting alone. I have other things I'm doing physically here. I'm a student. I go to class. I go for posting every single day. I still read my book because I have an exam coming up. So all these things are there, and I'm still able to carry out these things effectively. Why? Because I plan. Okay. So make sure you're showing up. Make sure that you are investing in yourself. Make sure that you're giving value to your audience, and make sure these things are planned out. Let's not just take up your whole day. I'm still a student, I still study my books. All these things I try to live with a balanced life. So I really urge us, make sure that consistently it's a lifestyle for you. That you don't have any second to waste on idleness or whiling away time. You're a fashion designer, you're a makeup artist, spend time again and again investing in yourself and adding value to your clients. If you learn anything spontaneously, example, you've learned a lot already in this live session, you can just go to your Twitter and type the lessons you've learned and add, okay, Faith in Bath YouTube live session, or just add something on beneath it to show that you're in a live session and this is something you learned. That way, you're also adding value to your audience. The minutest things you've learned today can actually be a content you can create on a social media platform. The last post I made just came spontaneously when I was in a Twitter space, okay? The last post I made on Facebook, if you check my Facebook page now, the last post I made there was just a comment someone made on a Twitter space. And I liked it. It made sense to me. I went to my social media platform, I posted it, and I attached the name of the person that made the comment. So that way, I am adding value to my audience. Even though the content, the idea is not from me, I still gave credit to whoever made the statement, Robertson. I still gave credit to him, but then I have dropped a lesson that my audience will eternally be grateful that I taught them. Okay, so basically that is how it works. Make sure that the little thing you learn, you're able to put it out there as long as it's in line with what you want people to know you for. Okay, so I want people to know me as a writer, I want people to know me as a copywriter, and so things I'm going to be posting on my social media platform are going to be circling around it. I also want people to know me as adding value to their life and to their faith. So I also have, okay, that part of me that also shares content about faith, God, intimacy with God as well. So whatever you want people to know you for, make sure that you are consistently is key to growing your social media platform. Consistently grow your social media platform and let people know you for it. Okay. So I see our amazing lessons on our comment section. Favor Lawrence said, go beyond people you know, people beyond your age. Determine or know what you want people to know you for exactly. Then instill the knowledge of what you can give. Value over time equals money. Beautiful lesson learned. Thank you so much, Favor, for sharing this. I want you to copy this same thing you just posted and go to your social media platforms and post it and include under it lesson from YouTube Live with Faith Mba and Danny Amara. Okay. So in doing that, you're tagging me to the post, Faith Mba, and you're tagging Danny Amara as well. Okay. So copy the lesson you just shared with us. Go to your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your social media platforms, and then post this lesson and say lesson learned from YouTube live session with Faith Timba and Danny Amara. Okay. All right. So Marvelous said, know yourself, know what you offer, and know who you are. Beautiful. Like by consistency. Exactly. Trust, placing value more than money. I like this. I like this. This is just a good summary of what we have learned. Value over time equals money. Beautiful. 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 Please, Marvelous, also do the same thing. Post these things on your social media platform. Tag me and tag Danny Amara. We would love to engage on that particular post and also like your post as well and comment. Okay, Favor said, be in the process of knowing that people get to like you. It's in the process of knowing that people get to like you. Therefore, consistently show up. As in, I think you should write this thing boldly on your wall or wherever you post inspirational words. Okay, I have my cupboard where I post inspirational words. Go there and write consistency. I will always show up, right? Write it boldly so that each time you wake up in the morning and you're opening that place, or you're looking at that wall, you're going to see that, okay? And it's going to inspire you to show up that day. So consistently what? Show up. Thank you, Favor, for sharing that. My blessed, please teach us how to plan and be effective. Beautiful. Excuse me. Okay, Sam Awoke said, okay, getting value would automatically bring money. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I have cough. Okay, I hope you can still hear me. So Sam said, getting value will automatically bring money, and that is the truth. The more you add value to people, the more you gain value for yourself and add that value to other people, the more it's going to be easy for them to trust you and like you, and you can actually sell to these ones. Okay. All right. Marvelous, I'm going to answer your question. You're asking how to plan and be more effective. I'm definitely going to answer that and throw more light. Olive AZ has said, please, how could we balance our studies, business, and spiritual life? Beautiful, good question. I would answer that the same thing that Marvelous is asking, balance. Then Favor said, don't be money oriented or self-centered. Great lesson. As in, Favor is like you're the main person that this class was made for, because you've actually learned a whole lot. You've been sharing a whole lot with us, and that is so beautiful. Say, don't be money oriented or self-centered. Don't come out with money mindset, but value mindset. Like that is key, guys. That is key. Once you're out there to give value to people, I have actually made more connection with people by just being of help, by just volunteering to do something, by just adding value to them. Okay, most of the people I've added value to they've not given me their money. Okay, I've not asked them for their money, but I add value to them, and they're even the ones that are spreading the news, asking people to come and like my page or follow me or subscribe. These are intangible wealth, intangible value you gain just by connecting with people and giving them value. Okay, so don't always have the mindset that everything's about money. Money is not everything. Add value to people. As you're adding value to people, when you're now ready to sell to them, it will be easy for them to pull out money and give to you. Okay, because they have known you over time, they've trusted you over time, they've learned a lot from you over time, and they are ready to pay you for whatever value you want to add to them the more. Okay, so don't be money oriented or self-centered, but have the value words mindset. So we have two questions, and I'm going to be throwing this question as well to Daniel. Daniel, welcome back. We are glad to have you here. Thank you for sorting
Thank
out
you.
the problem
Thank
and
you.
joining us back. We've been waiting for you. Okay, you're most welcome. All right, so you were describing Marvelous. Please hold on. Only please hold on. I'm definitely going to break down the answers to that question. Okay, but let Daniel finish up what he was telling us about trust. Then we can then answer that before we do our account. Is actually the crux of tonight's class. So Daniel, you were saying something about trust.
All
How to
right.
get people to trust you.
Yes, you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. So I was saying trust. When it comes to trust, you should not be self-centered. All right. Your focus should not be about yourself, the money you are going to make out of those clients. Like I already saw
Mm.
versus highlight in the chat session from what I mentioned. Don't be money centered. Don't come with that money mindset. It's going to limit you so much, and it's going to make people not trust you. One person to trust you, you have to think, you have to, okay, there's one soft skill in the design space. All right, when especially where it's applicable to every other space, that's what I'm going to mention it. When design space is this particular soft skills, it is always emphasized for every. It's always important, okay, for every designer. All right, because for you to be able to um, um, design or bet a responsive result that will really be relative, okay, that will be responsive, and the experience with your audience will also be in sync, okay, it will be easy. There's one particular soft skill that every designer, but now for everybody here now, should have, and that soft skill will also help people to trust you, okay. That soft skill is empathy. Empathy empathy Something you should know first is that you are not a robot. All right, because if you're a robot, you care less about what your customers are feeling, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want them to trust you, you have to empathize with them. You have to empathize with their problem. You have to empathize with the issue they have. These guys have been following, they know you now. They are starting to like you. All right, but now they're starting to like you because you've been all about giving them value. You've been thinking about them. All right. You have to remember that these guys you want to take their money, they are human beings like you too. You have to not just sit in your own seat as the seller now, okay, for whatever you are selling, skill, product, or whatever, but you also have to sit in the other seat. All right, you have to also take their place as the buyer and think like them. If you are able to think like your customers, you put them in mind, you have them in mind. You know that these guys, they are human beings, who they are not robots, they are not Central Bank of Nigeria. You understand the way they think, how this thing is affecting them. If you can understand that, I'm trying to use the example we've had here from Marvelous. If you can understand that there's a particular style this particular client likes for her clothes or his clothes, it will place you on a better place. It will place you on a better position to be able to dish out something that the client or the lady or the man will want. And if you know that you have the solution to their problem, which is, I don't like a style that will make my that will be showing my back too much, or the style that will make the hands to be very tight as a fashion designer, and they know you've understood that because you've sat in their own seat, that you've studied them, you've empathized with them, they get to trust you. All right. So that is the way it is for trust. Don't be self-centered. Be selfless. Think about your customer. Think about your client. Think about your audience. Think about your you. Okay, that's the way we say it in the designs. Think about your user. What are they feeling? Who are they? Are they guy? Is this a man? Is it a woman? That there was their age rate? What are their what was their archetype? All right. Do they get angry easily? Are they restless easily? Are they patient? What kind of all of these will put in a better position to know how to dish out whatever you're dishing out to these guys. And if you're able to dish this out, these guys will get to trust you because they know you've put them in mind. I mean, when you're telling them that this problem, I know your problem, you don't even have to tell me your problem for me to know your problem. And they know that means for you to know their problem, you've actually thought about them, you've watched them, you've listened to them. Then they know that, listen, this guy knows what's up. I can trust this person. All right. So that is the way it is for trust. Don't be self-centered. Don't be money oriented. Be value oriented. Dish out value. People will trust you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. Thank you for this value you shared. I mean, this reminds me a lot of what happens when I go to the market to buy stuff. Once I get to a place and they are telling me, oh, I'm giving it to you at the cost price, and this actually suits you, and this is something I don't like, and they are trying to convince me, it just turns me off. But if I go to a place and then I'm telling them I don't like this, and they're asking me, why don't you like this? Okay, can you try this? And they're trying to actually make me find something I like, not trying to convince me to buy something they like for me. it makes me more
Yeah.
comfortable. Okay, so
Yeah.
it goes beyond just trying to sell everything you have to every customer, but actually finding what will my customer like, what does she like, okay, what gets to my customer, what is peculiar about this customer, the place of empathy. I want to solve a problem for you. I don't just want to collect your money, but I want to solve a problem for you. So let me help you identify your problem. Let me help you bring solution to that problem. So it makes it easy for them to trust you. And then I also want to add that to also gain trust, we have to learn to use social proofs as well. I mean, if I come to you and tell you that and give you facts that I have sold this product to 5 people and these are the things they've said about this product, it makes it easy for the next person to actually believe me and trust me that okay, my product actually works. So social proof helps a lot, testimonials help a lot, giving offers, giving free things to people, you know bringing them in, doing promos for them. It just has a way of attracting people and magneting them to you, and they're able to trust you as well. And that's what celebrities use. I mean, they do giveaways, and they just get to attract so many attention. They just get people to like them because they are giving free things, and from there they can then upsell and start selling to people. So you've actually seen a lot, and personally, I've taken note of these things and I'll start applying them in my own space as well to make sure that I gain the trust of my audience and I'm able to sell from that. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing this. I want us to get to the main deal for the day, which I personally have been, waiting for. Marvelous, we've used you several times for sample this night. So I guess the spotlight is on you. Well done. Well done. Our boss has known you now. See how you just brought out yourself. He never, I know before now, then you did not know Marvelous. But by reason of her showing who she is, you've actually known her.
Showing
And this
up,
is so
yes.
beautiful.
By reason of her showing up,
Yes.
I've known her now,
Yeah. She
and I
showed
don't
up.
like her.
She showed up.
Is remaining the trust part.
He's ready to trust her.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
it.
have a fan here, Marvelous. You have a fan here. This is beautiful. All right, so I want us to get to the account optimization right now. We all have our different social media platforms. I have about six. I'm on 6 social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm on YouTube and of course WhatsApp. So how do we get to optimize our accounts? First of all, you started by telling us today that social media should not just be a platform where we go to just share, show our face and tell people that we have flashy cars or we have fine clothes, but it's a place where we get to give people value and let people know what we represent. So now for all of us that have social media platforms, how do we make sure that our platform is also showing who we are? Okay, so even if you are not present, even if you are not there online, by the reason of someone going through our social media platform, they actually get to know what we do. So how do we design, optimize, and set up our profile in our different social media platform? You can start with any platform you choose to.
All right. Okay. So because of time, you can hear me, Abby.
Yes, yes, I can.
All right. All right. Because of time, I'm just going to try to be fast so we can summarize and not make this so long. All right, and persons can stick to this
Fine.
already 11. I mean. All right. So first, social media optimization. Okay, I'm going to give like a general something that applies to every of these social media platforms, ranging from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, just a social media platform, of course, LinkedIn, um, and every other one, TikTok to everywhere. Okay. So first, at this point now, we've already gone past. You have to know who you are and what you want people to know you for, what you offer, and all of that. All right. We've gone past that. Sorry, 1 minute.
All right. So hope we are still enjoying the class. If you are enjoying the class and you really want to know how to optimize social media platform, please drop I would like to optimize my social media platform on the comment section. Welcome back, Daniel.
All right. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
All right. So, I was saying that we've already gone past the know. You have to know who you are and all of that. All right. So now, for you to optimize your social platforms first, we are going to start with the very basic, which is very, very important. Very important. Okay. First,
Okay.
what name do you use on every social media platform you are on? All right. Back when I was still in secondary school, okay, I know that back then, anytime I remember my Facebook, sometimes some of the Facebook names I use, I mean, we used a lot of Facebook names. I used a lot of names on Facebook. And sometimes I remember I started, I tried a lot of things, Angelic Dan, it's Danny Jazz, and use a lot of names. Back then, we just feel
I
like
use
we are
several names
catching the
too.
cruise. You get, and it's same thing for a lot of persons even till now. All right, you go and what you're using is Miss. That is MHIZ, Miss something, or you're using, you know, you're using your nick that, or Pressio, all of those fancy names. You are using it and all of that. Okay, remember that what you are trying to build first is an identity. What you want people to know you for. That's where we started out this discussion from. All right, so starting from the names you carry on social media, that's what people will call you. I have a full name. All right, my name full Mbadanyama Achukwu is my full name. But because of the name I decided to take on for my social media, people have gotten used to Daniel. Now people call me, what people call me mostly now is Apostle of Design, because that is basically my username on every platform, not just social media, across other platforms, you Medium, Dribble, everywhere, LinkedIn, Apostle of Design. All right, and people now call me by that name because that is what I've put out there for people to identify me by. All right, so you echo Apostle of Design anywhere now, I'll answer because people now know me by that name too. Okay, Apostle of Design, yes, that is me. So starting from the name you carry, very important. You have to use your name. You don't, except you're not proud of your name. All right, so from the names you use on every platform, on your Facebook, what do you have as your name? Okay, put your name there. Put your name. People will take you serious if people. How somebody trust a stranger or somebody who doesn't have a real name? All right, you are using something so off. I know examples come ahead because I even tend to, if I go on Facebook now, I know I'm going to see a lot of, if I begin to search now, I'm going to see a lot of persons who still carry strange names. Okay, I am, I am, I am fresh. I am Mr. Fresh. I am, it's on Facebook. You see this thing mostly, and it's not in
I am
any way
Kenzie.
helping you build that solid platform, social, energy. It's not in any way helping you. All right. So start with your name on across every social media. If you have any strange name there, use your name. There's a reason why they put your name and then now put username. There's a reason.
Yeah.
All right. You can go and flex your nickname in your username if you want. All right. Whatever you want them people to identify you by. Put your name. Use your name. People don't trust strangers. They don't take people who are not even putting their real name serious. So put your name there. Be proud of the name you put it there. It's your identity. All right. Your basic identity, the name that you are giving. All right. Danyamra, yes, that is me. Apostle of that, yes. Faith in Ba, yes, she's the one. She will answer you. All right. She will answer you. I mean, if you are saying that, if you are saying something like, I am Miss Indigo. He's hosting a YouTube live session. Tell me,
I
would
am
you have
Kenzie.
joined? All right. you get the gist. All right. So you might not have
Yeah.
joined. So use your name. That's the first thing. All right. Now the second, for what something I want you to do is, while we are mentioning this, go make sure you're writing it down. I've said if this was like a physical this, I'll tell you to begin to take actions immediately. So what I want you to do now in this next few minutes is, we are going to restructure and reinvent your social media platforms. We are going to restructure it and reinvent it. So since if you leave this call, you might miss some parts, just write it down, and immediately the live session is over, go and implement it. All right. So first, your name. Second, number two is, what do you have on your profile picture? This one, sometimes it tire me self. All right. What do you have on
Profile
your
pictures.
your
Yeah.
display picture, your profile picture? What do you have there? Is it a picture of an animal, a picture of your celebrity crush? Are you your celebrity crush? Or is it a picture of your pet, or a picture of money, or a picture of something outside? Is your display is profile? People want to see your face, don't see what you look like. I mean, you cannot trust somebody, and it's hard for you to trust somebody and not see, like, you don't have, there's no like facial identity person. It's difficult. So your profile picture, put it there. Most times I advise you, go to a studio, even if it's one picture, 350, 500 naira. Take a very good picture and fix it there as your profile. Go across all my social. I'm a designer, so I basically still customize my own before I put it out there. Go across all my socials. You are going to see my very handsome face looking at you in a very nice dress. Looking at you with a very, very official face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with
Yeah.
that design vibe. Okay, makes you know that this guy should be definitely a designer, or is a serious guy, is a business guy. All right. So when we go to a studio, your profile pictures should have a rub off who you are. Let me put it that way. Yes, your profile picture should rub off the kind of person you are, your identity. It's part of your identity. All right. If you want people to take you okay as a comedian, you can go to studio and wear your cap. Somehow, if you look at most of these comedians, you see their where they are keeping their face, or they are wearing their, like Sabinus now. I think that is not, or before he had this his blue T-shirt, and that's what was there on his deep profile picture, and other persons too. So make sure that your profile picture is one way or the other identifying who you are. You should carry the energy and the brand voice, or the identity, the voice you want persons to know you for. All right, you should carry it. Go to a studio, take a picture. If you have a very nice phone, even if it's to borrow, if you don't have, you can borrow from somebody that has a very nice phone with a good camera, and take a very good picture and put it there. All right, go to studio, very nice, very important. If you want people to take serious and take you like someone, person of value. People overlook this, but it's very important. Number three, sorry. What do you have on your picture for places, for socials that have an entry for cover pictures like Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all of that? What do you have there? And you put something that's your identifies you. The picture is a design, whatever you want to put there, something that identifies you. Then number four is, what do you have on your bio? This, I'm giving you ways to optimize your social media. Okay, this is general ways for across every social media. Your bio, what did you write there? Your bio is not a place for you to write, um, I'm a cool person, chat me, I don't bite, I don't get annoyed. I see a lot of these things on Facebook. Chat me, I don't bite, and all of that. I'm a cool person. DM me. This your bio is basically a 3 or 4 line CV. All right, it's a place for you to, in summary, be who you are, because that is one of the first things people will see when they profile, when they come to your, in summary, in the next 3, 4, 5 lines, tell me who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Who are, is a place for, that is where you start to tell people who you are. Okay, that is where people get to start knowing you. They've seen your profile, they've seen your name, they now know your name, they've seen how fine and beautiful you are. Now they want to know other things, and your bio is like the place you do justice to that. Okay, don't go there and be writing, giving us, stories and all of that, and all those big. I'm a fashion designer who with 3 years of experience, and this work with this. Be specific, be direct, have one thing you are doing. And let me immediately say this: jack of all trade, master of none. That is a very, very bad thing. You want to do everything, you want to learn everything, you want to be doing all this graphic marketing, fashion design, barbering, design, website graphic design, copywriting, um, network marketing, and you want to put all of that on, but you want to do everything, you want to build multiple streams of income. It will weigh you down. People don't know you for a thing. If you are not known for a thing, you are not known. If people know you, if people don't know you for a thing, you are not known. All right. So have, like, niche down to something, learn something you want to be known for, and let it be what you dish out there on your bio. All right. Put out the something that people will look at, and from there they get to know everything about you. Okay. You can look at my bio on Facebook. You see I am you see Apostle of Design, UX designer, branding and sales strategies, and you see link to connect with me and all of that. So very, very important. What do you put in these places is very, very important. You take it serious. Take it very, very serious. These are like the basic things for you to do across all of these platforms, all right, that are applicable to all the social media platforms. Then you have to begin to flush out people you follow and people that follow you. Don't follow everybody. The truth is, when you are signing out, your friends will not buy from you. Right? Your family will not buy from you. They'll not pay you money. They want you to give them for free. They want you to do this for them for free. These guys, you've been seeing them since they give birth to you. You've been linking up. You've been discussing. These guys basically, all right, are not going to add anything else for you apart from the gist and the fun time and all of that. Which at this point where you are trying to build a strong structure, you should not have these guys around you. All right, they will not beat you if you block them. They will not beat you if you unfollow them. Follow persons who you will learn from, persons who are also people of value, people who carry value, people you can learn from, people you want to connect with, people with um, 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 higher network and relationship, people with higher knowledge, people with who have gone where you want to, who have already gone through where you are about to go through. You have to flush your followers, people you follow, your friends, people that even follow you. Flush the kind of friends you have, people you follow and people that follow you. Delete or follow. Restructure, reinvent your social media platforms, for Facebook especially. Unfollow those friends and begin to follow fresh. Follow people with like mind, people who think like you, people who are good, who are already where you are, or people who are going to where you want to get to. So you guys can embark on that journey together. You have people who will be looking out for you. All right. Don't follow persons who are just there for the cruise posting memes. I'm not saying that posting memes is a bad thing, okay? But at this point, we are still building. You need to concentrate. You need to give your attention to everything, to details. You need to give your attention to what you are building. Don't allow any other thing to distract you. Okay, so I'm going to give everyone here a challenge. I'm giving you a challenge and a task for the next 3 months. Remove every distraction. Just focus on showing up and building a solid structure on social media. It gets to a point your friends will stop taking you for a joke and start taking you serious. I begin to tell my story. I have a lot of my mates back in secondary school who now, with time, they've been following and they've been seeing what's up there. I just had to like disconnect from every of the less cash cruise life and gist sports and all of those things, and I focused on building structures, building things for myself. And 1, 2, 3, 4 years later now, these guys are giving me that respect. My circumstances have changed. I don't have time for the politics and all. And the respect value has increased. The respect quotient has increased. These guys they see my programs and they're paying for it. But it's because I decided to, just give way and focus on building a solid structure for myself. Focus on that. Just focus on that. All right, so you have to flush the people who are following you, flush the people you are following. Focus for the next day. Focus that tell yourself that you are going to restructure and reinvent your socials. Then you be showing up. You show up by putting out contents and also engage with other people's content. The new set of persons you are following now who are doing well, where you want to do well too. Okay, in your niche, in your industry, in your skill area. Then you follow them, you engage with them, they get to know you, comment on their post. Not just when you see a very nice and a very nice and educative post, you now comment awesome or nice or thank you. Comment strategically, put down your own contributions, put down what you learned, put down your own experience, whatever they shared. Share your own view. If it's a controversial thing, you share your own view. They should be you discuss. People get to notice you and know you from there. Check out your profile, see what you are doing, and follow you. And friend you, send you a friend request if it's for Facebook and all of that. Okay, but for the next day, just for the next 3 months, focus on that. Just focus on that. Focus. Give your attention to building a solid structure in the social media space. Position well, position yourself well, do these business things I've listed, show up, put out your content, engage other people's own, reply persons, connect people, show up in places like this. I mean, if Marvelous did not show up here and put out this, maybe you might not have known her if you don't know her before now. I would have not known her. Right? But it's because she showed up, and now we know Marvelous is a fashion designer. Or she's advancing to become a fashion designer and she's a makeup artist. All right, so show up. Okay, for Facebook, invade groups, drop like high quality views, groups, read the post you are putting out there, your own post, your own content, your own value. People will comment, people will like. Even if you are getting 0 likes on in this, people are seeing it. Just keep showing up. When I said out on if you go on my Facebook now, you see a lot of live sessions I did where I just show up and I teach 5 to 10 minutes. I hosted and all of that. You see very small views, but all of these are what helped me build a solid structure for myself. Persons were watching this, persons learned from me, persons know me via those things I have done during the years that have helped me build a solid structure in the online space, a solid track record, a solid result, all right, solid relationships too. It's because I decided to restructure my socials and focus on building myself, building myself and additional value. All right, so this is what should be your focus. If you can give your next 3 months to this, I'm telling you that after that 3 months, you are going to see a big results you never expected to see. Just focus consistently, show up and put out your stuff, engage with people, network, connect, join spaces, join live sessions, contribute, put out your own distance. Then if you begin to go deep into that, because a whole lot to talk about how to optimize the the energy on social media oil money, right? It can take us hours to talk about it, but basically this is it. All right, optimize your socials, your profile picture, your name, your bio, what you have there, and then persons you follow and persons that follow you, the kind of friends you have around. You hear people say if you connect or if you are in relationship with 5 millionaires, you become the 60th millionaire. And if you are in a relationship or you are friends with people, 5 poor persons or 5 persons who are playing around with their life, you'll be the 6th person playing around. So you have to start changing the circle you have around you. If I'm to ask you now, how many millionaires do you have in your circle? All right. If I'm to ask you now, how many millions do you have in your circle? What are you going to do? Okay, how many do you have? If you cannot count up to 5, how do you now want to become a millionaire? How do you want to become a millionaire? Okay, so change the people you have around you, change your friends, your circle of followers, change the people you follow, people you listen to. All right, the people you listen to, the people you engage with, when you read their content, when you change them and bring in fresh people who you know they are doing, they know what they are doing. These guys have grown, they are successful what they are doing, and link up, build a solid relationship with these people, with these guys. You become the next person to be there. All right, so that is the way it is. So, but then this person who you want to link up and build relationship will not be attracted to you if you've not built a solid identity, a solid brand structure across your socials. I mean, if you go on my Instagram, if I go on all my platforms, you're going to see that my profile pictures are always same, the structure and everything. You see that I'm a designer, so I have basically the color of t-shirt I'm wearing now and the logo you're seeing is like AMD Studios, is like my brand logo, yeah. All right, AMD Studios, but then this is just a fast design academy. This is like the academy of the men design studios, my brand, okay, the design academy. This is like my color, this shade of blue and this shade of blue, white. And if you go across on my platform, you see that this is like basically the structure I follow for it. I'm a designer, so I pay very more close I pay closer attention to details, to color, to structure, to fonts and all of that. So, but all of these have helped to build me a solid brand. If you see me now, you know that this guy by default is a designer and he's good. But if you now engage with my content, you see, I mean, if you go on my Instagram, you're going to be so attracted. Just go on Instagram, Apostle of Design underscore. Right? You see the way you approach on my Instagram, you're going to like the beauty, because that's the way I've decided to show up. And people will get link up and connect with me because of the structure I've built there. All right. Same thing with Twitter. I started growing on Twitter, and people started connecting with me because of the kind of value additional, the way I was showing up, the way I optimized my social profile, my social media profile, the kind of spaces and stuff I was posting. All right, of quality things I was posting on social media, and that's what these guys to get attracted to me, and I got attracted to that persons too who are like me because I saw what they're doing too. And that's how to build a solid system, a solid structure. Over time, you begin to see the results, then begin to pull it for you. I've had people engage me and message me that they want to do gig, they want to work on something for them because of the how beautiful my social media is and how organized my social media is. A lot of persons message me within and outside Nigeria on Instagram because they've gone through my content on seeing how the way my profile is, and then they say, I already know you, I already like you and I trust you. All right. And
Yeah.
I optimized because of the way network is okay, yeah. Because of the way I optimize my socials. You get the gist. So it's very, very important you pay close attention to whatever you see. In fact, whatever you post, don't go on social media now and we are all about the banter happening on social, especially on Twitter, the banter happening on Twitter. You want to engage, or maybe you go on Instagram and scrolling through reels and for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Maybe you just say you want to open Instagram, you want to watch one video now. You are there scrolling through reels for the next 5 hours, and you don't probably engage and do something there. You are just wasting time. Don't allow anything cloud your mind, to focus on the major thing, focus on growth. All right, to focus on growth. All right, major thing to focus there. You I think my network. Okay, I'm back. And all of these things helps you to build a solid structure across every platform. All right, so this is like basically it. You want to optimize your socials, do these basic things, and start showing up, my dear. Start showing up, and you see the massive growth and the massive switch in your progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Daniel. I have just been glued to staring your face and paying attention to everything you're saying. You've actually dropped a lot, and personally, I have noted these things and I am going to start applying them. One of the things you mentioned, which I know has worked for me, is the fact that we always have to learn to join spaces, like join groups and add positive content, add value. I knew the difference between when I was just posting on Twitter alone and when I started um hmm, and when I started, sorry that my light has gone off, and when I started engaging with people's content and also joining Twitter spaces, as in each Twitter space I join, I must definitely have someone follow me. I must definitely have someone follow me for each Twitter space I join. If it's not one, it's two, three, sometimes up to five. So engaging in Twitter spaces, following people that have already, there's a post I made and I tagged Andy Mukolo, who is also a copywriter. And from that post, I actually had people liking the post and also following me from that post. So do well to connect with people. It has a lot. It has a way of just helping you grow. And everything Daniel has shared with us is actually the truth. And there are things that he has applied and they are working for them and they will keep working if you apply them. Okay. So Daniel, thank you so much for sharing these things. I really believe that from now henceforth, every single person here would go back to our social media platform and will begin to revamp the whole platform. Change your name to what you want to be known for. That is why every single platform, my name Faith Timba is always there consistently. Just like Daniel has said, his own is Danny Amara. For me, it's Faith Timba. No matter whether I'm doing copywriting, whether I'm doing my Christian channel, whether I'm doing video editing, whatever I'm doing, that name remains consistent, Faith Mba, and I use it for all my two YouTube channel bear the name Faith Mba. Okay, one just has GPS, but then Faith Mba is still there. All my Facebook page, my Facebook platform bear the name Faith Mba. One of the platforms have my Igbo name attached, but Faith Mba is consistent. My Instagram has Faith Mba. My LinkedIn has Faith Timba. Social media, WhatsApp, my business WhatsApp, my name there is Faith Timba. So it is the brand name that I am holding on to at the moment, and this should be the same with us. Whatever name you want people to know you for consistently, okay, you should consistently use it across the social media platform. Then optimize your bio, sieve out unnecessary friends. I had to one day wake up and went to my Instagram and begin to unfollow some people because I was following up to 900 and something people, and I was like, what? How on earth are these people adding value to my life? People I don't even know, people that don't even post, people that don't even add anything at all to my life. And I had to start looking at different um, followers, people I was following, and I started unfollowing those that were not active on social media, were not even following what's up with my own content, and possibly inactive. Most of them were actually inactive on social media on Instagram. So I started unfollowing them. Same thing with my Twitter. So if you go now, I'm actually intentional about people I follow, both on my Twitter and on my Instagram and other social media platform. And that is also helpful because it helps to sieve out the content I gain. I go to my Facebook and I just want to have content on my page from people who either my friends, very close friends, or people that are going to add value to my life in with regards to where I'm going to. So that should also be the same with us. Try and revamp your social media platform. Try and optimize it, and it's going to attract more people to you. I've had many people chat me up and say, I saw your profile on Facebook. I saw 2 days ago, I had someone chat me up. I saw your profile on LinkedIn. I'm also a health copywriter because on LinkedIn, you see my bio there, health copywriter, video editor, and all these other things I do. But then the first on the list is health copywriter. And so the person chatted me up and say, I'm also a health copywriter and I am a medical student. And I've been looking for someone who is also into health copywriting and also a medical student. And I saw you and I thought to connect with you and I would like to learn from you. That was how I gained that connection. And now we are touching on WhatsApp. That is actually a potential client because I can easily sell to her or invite her to my copywriting class and she will be willing to pay because we have connected. And how did we connect? From social media platform. Someone chatted me up from Tanzania as well, the first in my GCC 01 class from in LinkedIn. That's how I met this guy, and he registered for my copywriting course. So don't just leave everything to faith on social media platform. Make sure you're intentional about your bio, you're intentional about your name, you're intentional about your social media picture. Daniel kept telling me, Faith, go and take picture, go and take picture. If you remember very well, before now, the picture that was on my profile was the picture I took, a studio picture actually. But I mean, that was 5 years ago or even more. That was when I was, that was like 6 years ago. Okay. So that was the same profile picture that I've been on my social media platform. But each time then they would tell me, Faith, go and take studio picture. My younger brother Joshua will also tell me the same thing. Go and take studio picture for your platform. And guys, I this birthday I had to just use as an opportunity to go and take that we're actually excited. I had made progress. Okay. And I think we all should also do the same. This is us telling you now to go and take studio picture and make sure it's professional. Don't take studio picture where you're laughing and jumping and raising your hand and leg. Have a professional look. Okay, those ones can still come in for all your other posts you're going to make. But for your profile, have a professional look that depicts what you're doing. So I had to, all across my social media platform, I had to go and change my profile pictures. Every single place. Okay. Immediately I took that single picture, I went and revamped everything. And each time I go to my social media platform, I'm just smiling, I'm just happy with myself. I mean, I look like it now than it was before. And that should be the
Mm-hmm.
same thing you should do. Go and revamp your social media platform. So you look like exactly what you want or where you are going to. Like look like it. So other people coming would also catch the vibe. Like they'll catch the vibe just by looking at your profile picture alone. I've actually had to decline many people from people that sent me friend requests on social media platform because of their profile picture. I'm telling you. I just look at their profile picture and I'm not seeing anything that depicts what they are doing. I just see like this one just here to play. And I decline. I decline. I reject the friend request. Okay. So I actually pay attention to people that I follow or I accept. Okay. They can follow me fine if they want to learn, but I will be intentional about those I also follow because I wouldn't just want to follow people that are not adding anything to me. So if you really want people to follow you, you have to revamp your social media platform, okay? From your name to your picture to your bio, because it's going to say a lot about you. Many people have told me, oh, Faith, I go through your social media platform and I'm actually inspired. I don't know, Daniel, you did not mention that, but I actually want to point it out. Many people, many of us allow people to tag us to different posts. Like they tag us to different posts, and people go to our wall and they're not even seeing anything about us. They're just seeing birthday, 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 people, other people's birthday tagged or other people's posts tagged on our social media platform. Before I actually accept a friend request on Facebook, I go and check your social media your page and find out what exactly are you into. So most times I get discouraged when I go to people's page and I'm seeing 90% of their posts being people's posts that were tagged to their own page, and it has nothing to do with them. Is that their birthday they are celebrating, or a picture, just nothing regarding to their niche or what they are doing. And to such people, I don't easily accept them. So if you really want people to follow you and gain interest in what you're doing, make sure you pay attention to what is on your page, how you arrange your posts on all social media platforms, your bio, your picture, your name, and all whatnot. All right. So, guys, I am excited about ninth class. And personally, I've learned a lot, and I know that we have learned a lot. I wouldn't want us to waste much time because we have already, exhausted 2 hours. The plan was to stay for 1 hour, but because Daniel has so much value to share with us, we have stayed for 2 hours, and it was not in vain. It was not wasted in any way. I gained so much value, and I believe all of us have learned a lot as well. So I want to encourage you, if you're still watching and you've not subscribed, please do well to click the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. And make sure you're sharing the link, because a lot, I mean, every single week we're having live, and we're inviting different, speakers, different guests to come and talk to us. So it's not something you want to enjoy alone. You want your friends as well to learn. Great contents are coming. So do well to share the link, share the post, share this link, and ask your friends to come and subscribe as well. And if you have not liked this video in particular now that you're watching, just be clicking the link and be liking the video, okay? And before we go, I wanted to say thank you to our guest, Daniel Lumba, for joining us and for sharing a lot with us. Daniel Lumba, I'm still going to ask you for your final words before you go. But I want our viewers, I want my audience to thank you before you give your final words and, the peace out sign. So before you do that, I want us to thank Daniel on the comment section. Thank Daniel. Let's thank our guests for joining us tonight and for sharing lots of content with us. Personally, I am excited. I've learned so much, and I mean, guys, watch my space because all these things that he has said, I'm going to apply them. And trust me, in 1 month, you're going to see a whole difference in my social media platform and the growth. Okay, so I really pray that we all will also apply these things and also grow. Marvelous, you asked the question. Olive, you asked the question. I want to be sure that we are here because I don't want to answer this question when we are not here. So Marvelous, if you're still here, Olive, if you're still here, please drop something in the comment section so I know you're here so we can answer your question. Because if you're not here, then we'll take the question in another class. Okay. So if you're here, say something in the comment section. So Daniel, give us your final words before we call it a night.
All right. You can hear me, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So I want to appreciate everyone. I want to appreciate you for having me. Really, it's good talking
Thank you for
about
coming.
this social media optimization and all. Um, I the workshop I was referencing to when I was speaking, it was basically what we were doing there. We went really um, practical, but it was a physical workshop, so we were implementing while on the go. And for every person who came, okay, for that workshop, we really worked out our faith with fear and trembling. All right, we're implementing. Okay, we're implementing immediately. We're not waiting for we're not waiting for next year or for any other time. And we went way beyond that. We social media. So and each day took we and each day we took about we stayed and you know so I know we cannot cover a lot in just these few minutes 2 hours we spent here, but then what
Yeah,
out if you implement it, you are going to see you are going to experience massive
before.
results. I can tell you for sure. You are going to experience massive you've learned tonight. All right, if you implement it wholeheartedly, you are going to massive um, results. I'm really serious about that. Okay. I'm still seeing guys in the comments. Awesome guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you all of you. It's really been a privilege
Thank
here
you.
coming to speak to you guys. I hope we get to talk again. I mean, I've been. You guys make sure to subscribe to Faith in Bass YouTube channel. Awesome stuff is dropping here
Yeah,
and back to back, back to back. Check out across all socials if you have not. I recognize. I don't recognize anybody here. Anyways, I don't know anybody from the chat section. I've been looking at it with my well, I've been on the call. But good to meet you guys. Marvelous Favor, Sam Awuki. Is a brand developer. I celebrate you, sir. Um, celebrate you and the awesome skill you have. Thank you, everyone who leave. Everybody who joined in and contributed, stayed active in the chat session. Thank you all of you. Thank you for having me. I mean, I wish we could. This was like a community. I can't wait to see the results you guys start you know pulling out there. Okay, you can still drop your testimony, drop it with faith, and she will send it out to me, and I will hear too. Or you can reach out to me across any
yeah,
social media platform, and I just drop a message, and I'll be glad to hear how much you are pulling through, how it's little tips I gave tonight has helped you to, improve your social media structure, and and the whole thing for you, your clients, and your seller buyer relationship and all. So thank you for having me one more time, Faith. Enjoy the rest of the enjoy the rest of the evening and night. You guys go forth and do great things. Elohim bless all of you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Daniel, thank you so much. I am excited that you joined this live session. Thank you so much for the value you shared. We've been able to learn a whole lot from you, and we would love to have you time and time again come to share great value with us. So, guys, I encourage you to go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, go on link. Are you on LinkedIn, Daniel? Are you on LinkedIn?
Yes, I'm on LinkedIn. Everywhere.
Okay.
I
So
stay everywhere.
and on TikTok too, yes. So every single place, every single social media platform, please go on those social media platform and follow Daniel. Just type in Danny Amara, Danny Amara, Danny Amara, or you type in Apostle of Design. Okay, either of those two, you're going to find him, and I need you all to follow him. Okay, make sure you do that immediately after this class. Please go and follow him because I don't even need to, as in the value he has taught today should show you that he has a lot to teach you. So please do well to go and follow him on this different social media platform and connect with him. Okay. I want to say thank you so much for staying to the end of this class, everyone. I think the award of the night goes to Marvelous Ngwama for staying consistent from beginning to the end, and she's been posting back to back, and she's been following up back to back. So Mavi, I owe you a gift. Just chat me up. You have my number, obviously. I know that. So just chat me up, and I would send you some. I don't want to announce it, but I'll send you something, okay? I'll send you something. Just type um a message on WhatsApp, okay, after this class. But do as to go and follow Daniel first, okay? Follow Daniel first, and then you type on my DM and remind me, and I will definitely send something to you. Thank you so much. I must appreciate you for being active up to this point. Staying awake up to this point because you are interested in gaining value and improving your life. And personally, I can't wait to see us, scale our business and scale our social media platforms, and get to reach out to more people through our social media platform for our business, for God, for sales, for money, to make the money and increase and grow our businesses and all the other aim that would want to achieve staying on social media platforms. So I really can't wait. Remember what we said at the beginning of the class. Write down your social media level at this moment, how many followers you have, how many subscribers you have, and then apply these principles you've learned for 1 month, okay? And then check before and after, okay? And see if these things are working. The ones that you've done right, make sure you keep repeating those things again and again to see more results. That is actually how businesses do, how businesses build. We tend to analyze and find out how well are we doing, what system worked for us, and what should we do better. So make sure that you do that and look at the disparity by the end of 1 month. That's by this time next month, and find out if the things you applied are actually working. And I want you to get back to me, okay? Get back to us and tell us, share your testimony. It can also be a post you make. All these things form content. You make a post on social media platform and tell people how you learned how to optimize your account, how you learned the KLT formula from a YouTube live session with Faith Iba and Danny Amar, and how it worked for you, and how you scaled your business, or how you gained a client, or how you made more money. This form content, and it also helps you to also connect with your audience and give them value. So make sure you go out there and do these things, and I'm trusting that you're going to see results. I can't wait to see us again on Thursday. On Thursday, we are coming live here on YouTube, and we are going to be also sharing a whole lot of content about social media growth. This week is about social media growth in diverse ways. So make sure that you're here on Thursday by 8 p.m. We are starting 8 on the dot by God's special grace. and we are going to be taking 1 hour or 2 hours to really discuss more about social media growth. Okay. So before we call it a night, Marvelous is here and she asked a question, and it's actually a broad question you asked, and I don't think I would be able to answer all that. Daniel, but I don't know if you're still free to just answer this question before we call it a night. Or rather I should take the question. She's asking, I think Marvelous and Feb and Olive asked how to balance study, business, and spiritual life. How to balance our life. That is actually a broad topic, and I'm hoping to dedicate one social media live session to teach that. But I just want to throw a hint, and then I will also throw a hint before we call it a night. And the hint I would throw is what planning. Okay, that's actually how to balance. When I would do the live video, I'm going to break down and give us step by step things of what I do. Okay, but just give us a summary because I actually need to rest and Daniel needs to rest. I'll just advise you to plan, okay? Plan out your day, plan out what you want to do. Make sure you write them out. And consistency is what is key. If you write them out and say, okay, today I'm going to do my quiet time by 5 to 6, so and so thing I should do so and so thing, and you list those things out and you begin to tick them off. For a start, it helps. By the time you're used to those things, it becomes part of it. I just know this is your routine. But create a routine, okay? Have a time for your Bible, a time for prayer. You know, it's the first thing you must do when you wake up, and then the other things follow. Prioritize as well. Then make sure that you are disciplined. Most times we plan. I don't think anybody that have never planned before. Probably you've even planned, you've been writing an exam and you write timetable. But one of the problems you go through is discipline. You finish saying I wake up by 5, your alarm would ring, and then you just raise your phone, off it, and then you go back to sleep. There's no how you're going to achieve everything you want to achieve for that day, for crying out loud, because you've not disciplined yourself to wake up when you're supposed to wake up. So discipline helps a lot. It helps you to stay focused. It helps you to achieve more. So make sure that even if you plan your day, that you're disciplined enough to do that. I also told us earlier how to schedule your posts on social media, so I can also be on social media consistently. Okay, and how do you do that? I told us Hyper Fury helps you to schedule your Twitter posts, your Facebook posts, and Instagram posts. Okay, even LinkedIn posts. It helps you schedule it so that you can be doing other things while your social media is actually active. And I told that I did that today. Today I was in class and posts were coming out on my name. Like you would think that I'm actually online posting those things, but no, I was in class learning. Because of what? Scheduling. I scheduled those posts on Hyperfury. So by 8 a.m., by 12 p.m., by 4 p.m., those posts went live and people were engaging and liking, whereas I was busy doing something else. So later in the night, I can now go back and begin to engage and reply the comments. That is just what's planning. So I am also a student. I'm also in fellowship and serving. I'm also doing all this I'm doing online and many other things I'm doing, and I'm able to achieve them because I plan out myself and I set priority and I discipline myself. I sleep 5 to 6 hours every day and nothing more. Okay, I don't want to sleep away my life. I mean, Bible says it's now that we are young that we tend to do what? To bear our yoke. So I won't be sleeping now and then I don't know what I will now do when I grow old and I don't have strength. If I sleep now and still sleep then, waiting again. So I discipline myself to take enough rest, yes, 5 to 6 hours every day. And the rest of the day, I am actively doing what I have planned out to do. And at the end of the day, I come back and review what have I been able to achieve. I mark them off. After marking them off, I plan the next day. Okay. So I consistently do that. That has been my habit right from when I was young. I mean, right from secondary school. My family knows me for that. I have a book where I write out every single thing. Daniel, I don't know if you remember, but when we were small then, we used to plan our day. We plan, okay, we wake up, we go and wash the plates, we go and do this, we plan them out. I did that with my younger sister as well. So it was something that actually became a part of me. And when I grew up and saw how important that was, I started applying it to when it comes to balancing my life. So I plan them out. Currently, I still have my book where I write those things down. I'm not joking, it's not a joke, okay? Some people see it as childish, some people see it as it doesn't work, but it has worked for me time and time again. So I write down every single thing. These are 5 things I want to achieve today, and I must wake up and start with my quiet time. So if I have the first activity to begin by 6 or 7, or I have a lecture by 8, I wake up as early as 5 or 6 to begin my quiet time. or 6 up. One of the things that also helped me was sometimes I found that if I put alarm to do my quiet time by 5 or 6, I might still be tired. So the first thing I put on my list is exercise and workout or other chores. So that thing makes me active. And then when I've done those few things, I can now come back and my eyes are wide open. So even if I'm praying, I won't sleep off while praying. I now go and do my quiet time. So basically, I wake up and the first thing I'm doing was exercise. That's for the days I feel so tired and I feel like I will still sleep back. Okay. But some other days I start with my quiet time and I don't sleep off. I actually do this quiet time at a slated time and start my day. But at other days, I first of all go to fetch water downstairs, or I just do some exercise or take some runs to make myself active. I then do my quiet time and start my day. So all these things boil down to planning and discipline. Discipline. A time came in my life, I was actually looking for people to help me, to motivate me. I tell me, wake me up. I'll tell them, wake me up by this time, call me by this time. But most times they don't even remember. And I found out that the best way is self motivation. Like the best thing you can do for yourself is to motivate yourself by yourself. Don't wait for someone to motivate you. You are the bearer of the vision. You're the one that wants to achieve what you want to achieve. So why wait for someone else that is also trying to figure out their life to come and be pushing you? No, motivate yourself, okay? Motivate yourself. You know what you want to achieve. Feel bad at the end of the day that you don't achieve those things, okay? Discipline yourself and get the work done. So I'm still going to elaborate more when I'm going to go live and talk about balance, okay? And when I do that, I will probably invite someone else also to teach us on that. And I'll give us more personalized testimonies of specific things I do to balance my life and make sure that my business is not lagging, my academics is not lagging, my spiritual life is not lagging, my family relationship with my family members are not lagging. I mean, I relate to all my family members. I still give them time. I prioritize. I won't see the call of any of my family members and not pick it, no matter where I am. Okay, so it's priority. What are your ethics? What are your ethics? I won't see the call of my mom or my dad or my siblings that anytime, no matter what I'm doing, and not pick it. The only time I will not pick it is if I'm in a live session. And they've never called me when I'm in a live session because I tell them, I share my post with them. I tell them I'm going live at so and so time. So they get to know. So prioritize. I also do not miss calls from my fellowship people because I know that that's also another priority. The reason why I shifted to ninth class is because my fellowship had an emergency meeting, national council meeting, and I had to be there. So that one is a priority for me, and I had to set that as a priority because I mean that is God's assignment for me. I had to give that priority, and I had to extend the class to 1 hour later. So prioritize, not the one that should be an emergency. Divide them. Emergency, this one I can delegate it, this one I must not be there to do it. Reduce the time you spend gisting with people. That takes a whole lot of our time. Okay, unnecessary gist. Even if you're gisting with people, let it be intentional gist. You want to achieve something, not discussing one person and then from there you're discussing another person. Ladies, we are just so accustomed to that. But cut down the number of hours you spend just not necessary just with your classmates. Okay, my friends know that I give them time as much as I have to give them. I stay with them, I laugh with them, but it's only in a minute. Like few, it must be strategic. If you start going to something I don't like, I'll excuse myself and go and do something else that's going to be worthwhile. You really have to be intentional about your life. Don't just let anything come and go. Don't let people just drag you here and there. Don't let people just tell you, "Ngwa, come and escort me to this place. Come and take me to this place." And you just go like that as though you don't have a plan for yourself. If your day is free at that time, fine and good, escort them, go with them. But let it be with what? With purpose, with intention. Don't while away your time. Plan your time and make sure that you are in charge of your life. Okay? Be in charge of your life. And when I mean that, I don't mean you should not hand over your life to God. Please hand over your life to God. God should be in charge of your life. But what I mean is be intentional about what you do, what you accept, what you spend your time doing, what you engage yourself in, both on social media platform. I had to intentionally cut down number of hours I spend on social media. Every day I tell myself, Faith, for social media, you're spending 2 to 3 hours and nothing more than that because my academics is there. So sometimes you see me, I settle their schedule. So I can post different times in a day. I think I'm online. I'm actually not online. It's actually scheduled posts. Okay. But I have concentrated 2 to 3 hours where I come online, I engage, I reply comments, I follow people and chat, enter Twitter space, go live. I have time slotted for that. Okay. So all these things help me to balance my life and then be more fruitful. And if you're able to plan your life and discipline yourself, you will definitely be more fruitful. And it's over time you get to improve. As you plan your day and you get better today, tomorrow you're definitely going to get better, and it just keeps getting better. The way I plan myself now is not the way I used to plan myself 1 year ago or even 6 months ago. It just keeps getting better over time because I find a routine and a way to easily do stuff. So over time, you just begin to learn and begin to balance more. Okay. So that is the little I would say now. Subsequently, I'll get to create a time, a full video for it where we'll get to discuss in depthly. So Daniel, I don't know if you want to add anything to that before we close, please.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can. We can hear
All
you.
right. Well, I basically don't have anything to add. I just wanted to back up everything you said. I think Marvelous, if you are still listening, whatever she told you, that is the best way to do it, because I've basically been trying to implement her method right from, like she mentioned, right from when we were still young and way smaller. So you just have to map out be really, really disciplined with what you do for each day. 24 hours is actually really big if you stay strategic with it. No matter what you have to do, you see that you've been giving so much time to frivolities and things that are not important. Right? But when you draw your plan each day, you draw a plan of what you are going to do for the day, your to-do list keeps you in track, and it helps you to be more productive. Right? So you just have to implement what Faith mentioned, and it will help you time you read and all of that to help you um, generate more results. Yes, to help you be to help you convert more and be more productive. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. God will help us remain more productive. So I trust we've learned a lot from tonight's class. We're going to call it a night here. Thank you so much for staying up to this point. Marvelous, don't forget to chat me up so I will transfer some data for you. You've actually been quite resourceful, very resourceful in tonight's class, and you've stayed up to this point. So I hope to just support you with data so that you would keep, coming live, and then you also have data to keep learning and watching YouTube video. I see a whole lot of enthusiasm. I see a whole lot of passion in you to learn, and I really appreciate that. Like, I'm so blessed to even have you in my class. Um, and have you join the copywriting class as well. I'm so excited that you're there. I would want to keep encouraging you and encouraging every one of us as well. And I think I will just keep doing that for every live video. Anyone that is most active, I will probably just be, encouraging the person, because I know it's not easy for you to just give such dedication. These are raw talents that we are looking for to encourage and help them build to be launched out there to do greater exploits. And I see so much value in you, and I know you're going to do greater work. It's marvelous. Not just you, but every other person. Favor, I also see you. I also see every one of us that stayed up to this point. I'll see us again on Thursday by 8 p.m. And I hope you share the link and invite other people to join in and to subscribe to this channel. All right. I love you all so much, and I will see us on Thursday. Meanwhile, let's keep practicing, let's keep doing all we've learned, and let's keep growing and adding value to people's life. Don't forget to go and follow Daniel Amara. Subscribe to all his channels and follow him. And he's also on YouTube as well. He just started a YouTube channel recently as AMD Studio. That's his academy, AMD Studio Academy. AMD Studio Academy has a YouTube channel where they they just started to do more on sales. So you can just type it on YouTube, AMD Studio Academy, and you get to follow him and follow the academy there as well. So let us stay safe. I love us so much. Kisses from me to you all. I will see us on Thursday. Let's have a wonderful night. Bye.